to have those guidelines available for both clinician facing and patient facing, I think would be really helpful to get everybody on the same page. My name is Joel Nelson. I'm based in the UK in the city of Norwich. I am 38 years old. I'm a patient advocate, but I'm also a manager in the NHS. So I do both of those things. I was actually diagnosed first with juvenile idiopathic arthritis. That onset around the age of 10, but I was diagnosed around the age of 12. And then I started presenting with problems with my back, my neck, my pelvis, areas like that. And for a long while, I actually lived with also a diagnosis of ankylosing spondylitis. So unfortunately, over the years before I got into sort of advocacy, I had no idea where to go. I had very limited access to medical professionals. I was waiting like for once a year annual rheumatology appointment, and then you get 5 minutes. I was promptly told, well, yeah, that's obviously psoriasis. I was given a very overcopied piece of A4 paper that explained to me what psoriasis was. And I left with a steroid cream, which I was basically told to use sparingly. And I've only ever to this day seen one dermatologist since. So in 10, 15 years, I've only seen 2 dermatologists. And if you added those 2 together, it's probably 10 minutes max. So I started turning to things like peer support and get signposted that way to organisations such as your local national psoriasis charity or global bodies such as IFBA. But I think there's a real unmet need there for people, particularly the newly diagnosed. You know, they lean heavily on social media and things like that. And unfortunately, in today's day and age, the quality of that information can be really dubious, and it's really hard for sort of good quality information to rise to the top in that world. And I think for somebody who's just started their journey, ask questions. I didn't ask enough questions. I was very much a nodding dog. I trusted everybody in a white coat, and I still do, but I mean, I trusted them like father figures in that I didn't answer back. I didn't question anything. I didn't put my hand up, and I just went along with it. And I felt like a passenger for the first 10 years of my psoriatic disease journey. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to take people with you. They might only put one seat in the clinician's room, but it doesn't mean you can't bring a second person with you. And yeah, we know there's limited time. You have a read, have a think, speak to your loved ones, come back in 10 minutes and we'll then talk it through like we would treat other conditions and other diagnoses, because this is life impacting. You know, we have got this for life and we have to manage it for life. It might not be terminal, and it does shorten lives, but it might not be terminal, but we need to start treating it in the respect that it has that life limiting impact, because it does, and it certainly has for me.